SOSG, 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 standing on solid ground.
Hello, this is Kim with Standing on Solid Ground. I am your host of this motivational and inspirational podcast. And today I want to talk about, can you fake your love for God? Can you fake your love? I believe that in many cases that I have watched many different scenarios and many different episodes and things that have been put out there are those that can fake their love for God. Now, they can't fake it to God because God already knows the truth. But they can fake it before people to make people believe that they truly love God, but they have a hidden agenda. They have something else going on. And I know I spoke about this, about how much do we love God. If we had to have our love measured, how much do we love Him? But our love should not have to be measured. It should be seen by the way that we walk, by the way we talk, by the way we look, by the way we carry ourselves. It is all in the fruits of what we display before people that see us on a day in, day out basis. All the time, my children ask me, "Mom, do you have lotion on your face, or are you wearing makeup, or are you?" They would ask me from time to time, "What's wrong with your face?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, what's wrong with my face?" They were like, "It's shining, it's bright, it's glowing." Because usually by nature, my face is usually dry. My skin will flake up, and I need moisturizers and different things like that. But they said that you're shining, you're glowing. That's the light of God that's in my spirit. Your love for God should not be questioned. It should not be like, do they really love God, or are they pretending? Are they faking? Is this just a hoax or a facade to make us think that they love God, but really they only love themselves? We got to be careful about saying how much we love God. And in our hearts, that is not the case. It's not truth. Can we fake ourselves or fake our way to heaven? Can we fake our way throughout life knowing that the truth is we may have 10% love for God as long as things is looking good in our lives? As long as we can live the fashionable life or the lap of luxury, so to speak. I would love for God to know how much I love Him. I want to show God how much I love Him. I don't want to pretend. I don't want to fake. I don't want to create an illusion that, hey, I love God, but I really love myself more. No, I don't want to do that. Because I want people to see the love in me. Building a ministry on truth is hard. It really is. You have to be true. You have to be transparent. You got to be on the up and up. But it's harder for people to listen to truth sometimes. It really is. It's harder for people to listen to the reality of things. Because I'm not an entertainer. I'm not a fashionalist. Meaning that, right now I'm sitting in a sundress. I don't wear makeup. My hair is having issues today. I'm having a bad hair day today. But if my heart is right, none of that should matter. None of that should be a concern. I will always look presentable whenever I'm out in public. I will always look respectful when I'm out in public. I am 52 years old, about to turn 53 in a few days. And I have to carry myself appropriately, not just for my age, but for my godliness, for my holiness in God, my love for God. You know, whenever we go out and we are saying that we are representatives of Christ, the first thing that most people look at is how we dress, how we look, what we driving, where we live, how we act in public, how we treat people. Do one thing wrong, one thing, they will bring all of that back out and throw it in your face. Because we want to be quick to say how much we love the Lord, how much we love praising Him and lifting Him up and glorifying Him. But when we get in trouble, when we're caught doing something we as Christians have no business doing. See, the world have two ways that they can look at that. They can look at you as being for real or fake. They're more wanting, they're seeking more to find you to be a fake than to be truthful. And the reason why I say it, they'll have a story to tell when you fall. They'll have a story to tell. They'll have a headline for you. You remember you seen this person and they were saying this and they were claiming that, but we found them doing this. Is this the same person that stands up in church in front of people saying how much they love the Lord, but they're doing this in their private life? That brings about an embarrassment to God. That introduces a way of life that God is not too happy with, not too pleased with. It mourns Him that we go out in His name and we praise His name, we glorify Him, we lifting Him up, and we doing this and we doing that, and then on the back end somebody else is watching you because they're waiting on you to fall. They're waiting on you to slip up, to make a mistake, to do something wrong. They'll have cameras out, videos out. Boy, these phones is dangerous nowadays. And one thing you cannot do is lie about it. You cannot lie about it. Because once you're caught, you're caught. Once they see the other side of you, man, it makes headline news real quick. I've watched quite a few ministries that have been attacked by them being caught doing something they had no business doing. And what happened was, as a punishment, they're no longer either in the ministry, they're hiding out somewhere, or they try another tactic someplace else. But once you are exposed, see, Satan don't care about you being exposed. He don't care about you trying to hide yourself. He's sitting back laughing at you because he said, yeah, I set them up for failure. Look at me. Look at what I did. See, I got them all hyped up and I got them in this position, and people are looking up to them and believing them and trusting in everything that they say and hanging on every word that they say and looking at the miracles that are being performed before their eyes. And that one right camera exposed them. that one right thing happens. And when they're exposed, and Satan back there laughing. Them demons is back there cutting up. They are rolling on the floor because they want to destroy the ministry of God any way that they can. And if they can put a whole bunch of false prophets or false ministers that are only in it for themselves and not for God, he'll put as many of them out there as he possibly can to mix them in with the good ones. And then when those good ones are doing the best they can, are living their lives the way that they're supposed to be living their lives, and these ones that are exposed come out, it ruins the credibility of everybody. Because what happens is that everybody is grouped in that one lump sum. They are grouped into one thing, that one boat they're thrown in. Well, if he's fake, all of them are fake. And that's what Satan wants. That is his whole motive. It's a setup. And many people do not see that. They only see what they can do for right now. But they don't realize Satan is setting them up for failure. And this is why we cannot fake our love for God. We cannot fake how much we love God. We cannot fake what is in our hearts and what is in our beings. Blessings have been coming left and right. There are blessings that I wasn't even expecting that have come. I said, oh Lord, I wasn't even expecting that, but thank you. I praise you for it. I thank you for that. Because we get weary in our well-doing. Because we can sit back and we can look at other ministries that are just blooming. They're growing at fantastic speed. Their donations are just out of this world. They're living this life. They're living the dream, so to speak. But God say, be faithful. Don't get weak. Don't get weary. Keep going. You're not supposed to be building up your treasures here on earth anyway. Your treasures are up on high. They're not here on this earth. So whatever you don't get here, I got you. I got your back in heaven. And you'll have more than what you can ever imagine. What I give you here on this earth is to sustain you. But what I give you in heaven is for eternity. And I said, you know what? That makes sense. So I don't get disgruntled or disappointed as long as I reach somebody. As long as I touch somebody's spirit somewhere, I've done my due diligence. And God can say, my beloved child, who I am well pleased. And those are the words that I'm seeking. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to please God. I'm looking for God to say to me, I am so proud of you. Those words will mean everything to me. Absolutely everything. You know, I sat in a home that has no central air unit. I work in this home. This is how I grew up. This is the home where I grew up. Daddy didn't believe in air conditioners or central air units. He said it's too cold. I'm used to just a fan in the window, and I'm good. And that's how we grew up, my brothers and I. We had an air conditioner, a window air conditioner, but Daddy would always say it's too cold. He ran up his light bill. He hit the ceiling. But now he's in paradise. He's in paradise. What he sacrificed on this earth, he's living a wonderful life now. And I'm not going to complain. This life on this earth is temporary. I don't care if I stay here 100 years. It's still temporary. This is not my forever life. I'm just passing through. I don't want to reap my rewards here on this earth and say, oh no, you reaped all your rewards on earth. You don't get anything here in heaven. And that's what God will tell you. He will tell you, oh, you've already reaped your rewards. You don't need anything from me. You got it all down there on earth. I don't want God to tell me that. But I'm satisfied for him to sustain me. And now that I am content, and see, he's speaking to my spirit now, because I never thought of that before till today. Until today. And when God touched me, he was like, you know, you love me. Okay, show me that you love me. Jesus didn't have a place to lay his head. He said foxes have holes and birds have nests, but the Son of Man don't have a place to lay his head. Now, what am I complaining about? He didn't even have a place to lay his head. He slept where he had a place to sleep, and that was anywhere he had the opportunity to lay down. Who am I? Who am I? God wants us to recognize who is the sheep or the shepherd and who is the wolf. That wolf that's in sheep's clothing, he gonna come out. And when he come out, the devil's gonna laugh at him. And God probably rebuke him. Unless they confess their sins unto the Lord. The good life doesn't last forever when you having the good life for the wrong reasons. It don't last forever. It's a temporal thing. It might be 20 years, but eventually God will get you. And then he's going to blow it all out of proportion. Because what you're doing, you are using the Lord's name in vain. In other words, you're teaching and preaching, but you're utilizing his name for the wrong reasons. You're not doing it for the right reasons, and that is for the souls of mankind. If a person gets saved to you, or here, there, and yonder, hey, that's a brownie point for me. But that is not your bottom line. Your bottom line is something totally different. And that's what God is not happy with. My bottom line is salvation. My bottom line is the souls of mankind. I want to see as many people in heaven as I possibly can. Not just my family, but those that are born in Christ, who became a new family member. I want souls to be saved. I want lives to be changed. I want better relationships for people to have with God. And the more we learn about God, the better relationship we'll have with God. We may not be living in a mansion here on this earth, but we got a place prepared for us someplace else. Our treasures is not here on this earth, but they are in heaven. And that's where my destiny is going. That's where I want to place my treasures. Now, what God give me on this earth, I will be more than grateful. If God decided to give me a mansion here on this earth, I will accept it with thanksgiving. But I'm not going to misuse his name to get it. That I will not do. I'm not going to sell out my soul like that. So, the question is, can you fake your love for God? Before man, you probably can. Before God, nope, you can't. Be careful in what you do, because you're only getting by with it for a little while. You'll never get away though. This is Kim with Standing on Solid Ground. You have yourself a wonderful and blessed day.